everyone. Today I'm going to explain what Z-scores are and how we are using them. I'll also add a little real-life touch from my own world as a mom of a toddler and someone who is studying communications and branding. In our class, we learned that a Z-score simply tells us how far a particular score is from the mean. In other words, how far something is from the average. The formula is really simple. Z equals the row score minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So basically, it's a way to regulate scores and see where they fall on the normal curve. A Z-score of 0 means you are exactly average. A positive Z-score means you are above average. And a negative one means you are below average. So let's use a quick example. If the mean exam score in our class is 100 and the standard deviation is 10, and you scored 120, your Z-score would be 120 minus 100 divided to 10, which is equal to 2. That means you are 2 standard deviation above the mean. You are a top performer. When Professor Peter explained this during the class, I kept thinking about it in everyday life as well. Like, as a mom, I sometimes compare my toddler's sleep schedule or growth rates to the average. If the average nap for a toddler is 2 hours and my kids are sleeping for 3, I'd say they are above average. Kind of like a positive Z-score, right? But if they nap only 1 hour, that is a negative Z-score for a mom, which is below the mean. It's a light-hearted way to see how normal variations work. As for communications or branding, let's bring the following example. This idea of being above or below average totally applies to it as well. Let's say a brand gets 1 million views on a campaign, and the industry average is 600,000 with a standard deviation 200,000. The brand's Z-score would be 1 million minus 600,000 divided to 200,000, which will be equal to 2 as well. So it performed 2 standard deviation above the average of the campaign, which means we basically have a star result. On the other hand, if a campaign gets only 400,000 views, that would mean we have Z-score of -1, which means we are underperformed. So Z-scores helps us to translate raw results, whether it's a test score, toddler nap time, or just a marketing campaign. It goes into a universal scale that tells us how typical or exceptional something is. That's why Z-scores are such a powerful tool. They let us interpret data in the context and understand how likely or rarely a result really is. So to sum up this, I would say that the Z-scores are our way of comparing different things on the same scale, whether it's statistics, parenting, or public speaking. They help us see what's normal, what's exceptional, and how far things fall from the average. That's all for today. My kids are calling. Have a great evening. See you. Bye.